welcome back to Cap Social Network, aka Capri's Social Network. So there has been speculation as of lately pertaining to both Will Smith's marriage and Jada Pinkett-Smith's marriage. Went down recently. Well, Jada Pinkett-Smith at least claiming that both her and Will Smith have been separated since 2016. In other words, roughly for 7 years. And that they are trying to, as she claims, figure things out. Now, Jada Pinkett-Smith is a prominent actress who has been known for movies such as Jason's Lyric, just recently Girls Trip, amongst numerous other films, including the movie by the name of Baps. But she never ever has really been that famous as her husband, Will Smith, because Will Smith really broke out back in the 1980s as a rapper. Part of that group, Will Smith and, DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. Will Smith was, his moniker happened to be the Fresh Prince, or his alias, however you say it, aka alter ego. And he really blew up when he started being on the show The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That's when he really started making it that much more bigger in Hollywood, and became so good while acting on the show, whereas he eventually began filming movies more and more. As a matter of fact, his very first movie was 6 Degrees of Separation, a movie way back from the early 90s, and right during that time frame that he was filming, in between filming the sitcom, and a pretty popular sitcom at that, amongst Black American households, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Now, according to Celebrity Network, Will Smith currently has a net worth of $350 million. And his wife, Jada Pinkett-Smith, only has a net worth of $50 million. Anyway, my point of making this video is due to how Jada Pinkett-Smith recently showed a video in regards to Will Smith's birthday. His birthday was this past month, I believe September 29th, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, she had the audacity to post an Instagram video from way back in the day of both her and the late rapper Tupac singing along and dancing, both singing along, lip syncing, not actually singing, but lip syncing to Paris Just Don't Understand, back when they attended the Baltimore School of Fine Arts. And this just goes to show you how not only disrespectful that was, but how no matter how you have it as a black man, how good, how prominent and successful you may have it as a black man in America, you will never get respect, full respect. And this is just a prime example. And this also goes to show you how Black American women, not all, but the majority of them, always have lusted for guys, for gangsters, for hood guys, for quote unquote bad boys, toxic men. And it's been also stated how a few years back, 3 years ago, Miss Jada Pinkett-Smith shaved all her hair off her head, and she didn't come out and just say it was on behalf of honoring the late great Tupac Shakur, but other people on social media speculated that it was to give honor to him. And she still has so much love for the late great Tupac Shakur, to the extent where her kids, it has been speculated that her kids shaved off all of their hair. Both Willow and Jaden, Chris, I believe his name would be Chris Jaden Smith, eventually ended up shaving off their hair and rocking bald heads in honor to the late great Tupac Shakur. Excuse me, folks, because I carry me a slight cold due to my seasonal allergies. Anyway, and when all that being said, without further ado, I wanted to show you some clips, and I wanted to read you some articles pertaining to how Jada Pinkett-Smith never fully got over Tupac Shakur, and how, like I was just stating as well, how black women will always have some of the most deepest love and always will lust for bad boys, for guys that are no good. Even you have even some black women, as a matter of fact, that are married to men that make as much as 6 figures, guys that aren't really famous or known on a universal level, but guys when careers, high-paying careers, making upwards to $100,000, $200,000, and are married to guys of that nature, but yet they still have cheated on those guys when guys, they can't even quote unquote rub 2 niggas together, guys who do nothing but run the streets, guys who always have criminal records, who always stay in jail, some are some of the most bottom of the totem pole, so to speak, guys, when it comes to picking a potential mate. Some of the most dysfunctional guys and toxic guys as well. Anyway, and once again, because I'm trying not to drag this video, but due to the footage I'm about to show, I may have to drag it a little bit longer than I have with my most recent videos. Anyway, I'm going to show you guys both some clips and some footage of how deep Jada Pinkett-Smith's love is for Tupac Shakur, and how she never did, in my personal honest opinion, she never did really care for Will Smith to begin with. Otherwise, she wouldn't keep on paying tribute and honor to Tupac Shakur until this day. A woman who's supposed to be married currently and has been married to Will Smith for over 24, 25 years. But yet it still shows him the utmost disrespect by always throwing, so to speak, Tupac Shakur in his face. And it's also not too long ago been said where their daughter Willow, because I stumble over my words from time to time, wrote a letter in regards to Tupac Shakur, saying how she would like for both her mother and Tupac Shakur to be able to reconcile, so to speak. Anyway, and that's just utterly crazy and ridiculous to me, because Tupac has been dead for over 26 or 27 years. Let me proceed with the clips and the footage. Okay, folks, so this is the article on behalf of both Jada Pinkett-Smith and Will Smith, after revealing that both her and Will Smith have been separated for 7 years. So let me read the article, which is not a long article at all. Anyway, it says Jada Pinkett-Smith and Will Smith have been separated for 7 years and are quote unquote figuring out their future. The Girls Trip actress hit the headlines in 2020 over her entanglement with August Alsina, but she's now admitted she and the king of Richard actor had been leading separate lives for 6 years before he sprung her the fence and hit Chris Rock at the 2022 Oscars. She told People magazine of the current state of their marriage, quote unquote, we're still figuring it out. We've been doing some really heavy duty work together. We just got deep love for each other, and we are going to figure out what that looks like for us. I'm going to be by his side, but also allow him to have to figure this out for himself. The 52-year-old actress admitted she thought Will smacking Chris in response to a joke about her alopecia was all a part of a quote-unquote skit. She recalled, I thought this is a skit. I was like, there's no way that Will hit him. It wasn't until Will started to walk back to his chair that I even realized it wasn't a skit. And in her new book, quote unquote, Worthy, Jada or Jada, excuse me, who has Jaden 25 and Willow 22, when Will told of her shock when a Pursuit of Happiness star referred to her as his quote-unquote wife at the ceremony. In an extract obtained by People, she wrote, "It's not until Will yells from his seat back up at Chris to quote-unquote keep my name's wife out your effing mouth, and then repeats it, that I perceived the gravity of the situation and that no, it had not been a skit. Even so, I am unclear on the reason why Will is so upset. We have been living separate lives and were there as family, not as husband and wife. When I hear Will yell quote unquote wife in the chaos of the moment, and an internal shift of OS, I am his wife, happens instantly." So I'm going to scroll down to close out this article. Hold on, People. Well, that would be the inner article. Wow. But this is in regards to Miss Jada Smith posting a clip of her and Tupac in regards to celebrating, as she calls it, for Will Smith's birthday, which was just this past month. Okay, Jada Pinkett's nostalgic trip down memory lane has set the social media world aflame. By the way, folks, this is from a week ago, this article and story. As she relished the memories of her and Tupac Shakur, many fans and followers did share in her warm sentiments. The now controversial Instagram post hinting at a chapter in her upcoming book Birthday displayed Jada and Tupac heavily dancing and lip-syncing to Will Smith's 1988 hit Parents Just Don't Understand. The emasculation and disrespect is so insane at this point. If she didn't know where then bones were buried, dude would have been gone. Commented rich dollars under the shade room's repost of the video. Social media platforms buzz when fans accusing Jada Pinkett-Smith of showing disrespect to Will Smith. I agree. That was some of the most utmost respect, in my personal and honest opinion, by the untimely shame. A multitude of comments expressed discontent and doubt over her current relationship with Will, juxtaposed with her continual fun, folks, once again, reminiscent of the past with Tupac. And right here is the clip. Now, as I play the clip, I can hear the clip on my end, but due to the software that I'm using through Loom, it won't let you guys hear any of the music or anything. And I'm assuming due to copyright claims or infringement. Anyway, after this video, folks, I will attach the link right in the description box so you guys can be able to hear the music and all from this very same clip. Once again, this is her, both Jada Pinkett-Smith and Tupac Shakur, back during their Baltimore School of Arts days. That's it, folks. That's all the coverage I'm going to show from this clip. Anyway, she posted a caption saying, "Here is part of the original video of Pac and I doing a terrible job at lip syncing. Parents just don't understand." With a laughing face emoji. Despite the criticisms, there were also voices of support. How is it disrespectful to remember somebody who's important to her that passed away? I'm assuming it's a woman that typed that. Y'all really acting like the man ain't been dead for decades. What the F can he do? Argued one defender amidst the online chaos. Yet the overwhelming scrutiny only seems to mount, making it increasingly difficult for Jada to bask in the memories without facing public reproof. No stranger to the harsh light of public controversy, Jada has been in a hot seat ever since her now infamous entanglement with R&B singer August Alsina in 2020, the recent 2022 Oscar incident involving Will Smith's confrontation with Chris Rock. I remember that footage over a joke about his wife only added fuel to the raging fire of public scrutiny that the Smith family seems unable to escape. And she also, after posting this picture, paying tribute, and she had the nerve to title it Chapter 5 Advanced Degree. This right here is even more proof of how she never really cared for Will Smith, one of the most prominent and successful, famous Black American actors right now in the game, and has been for a good minute. I mean, there is hardly anybody worldwide that doesn't know of Will Smith. But yet and still, she continues, just refuses to get over this man who happened to be part of the rap game, and he happened to portray the image of a thug, although he really didn't always portray the image of a thug. As a matter of fact, it's a clip of him that's posted right now. You want to pull it up, about him, how he said that Black women said that he was too nice. The reason he decided to start all of a sudden pursuing a bad boy image. Tupac Shakur said this from his own mouth, because you, once again, folks, you could look it up, and all you need to do is just type in Tupac said, or Tupac Shakur said how Black women said he was too nice. Anyway, this right here, this photo or video is actually a real courtesy of Instagram. Was, if I'm not mistaken, on the exact day that it was supposed to have been Will Smith's birthday. Some kind of birthday honor, huh? Anyway, so she had the nerve to type for a caption, Chapter 5 Advanced Degree. Not in a million years would I have dreamed that the Fresh Prince and I became very acquainted. Not in a million years did I imagine 3 lives their fates would be so intertwined. And I never would have imagined that this video will become a tangible memory of the last time Pac and I were simply kids together. Pac and I lip syncing Parents Just Don't Understand by Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince during our junior year in high school. Who would have thought? And then she left a hashtag below that, hashtag Our Worthy Journey. In her Instagram post, Jada Pinkett-Smith called the shared video a quote-unquote tangible memory of the last time Pac and I were simply kids together. Despite her intentions of cherishing and sharing her past, the current turmoil underscores the complexity of celebrity relationships, past connections, and the relentless gaze and judgment of the public eye. In this digital era where every post and share are under the microscope, navigating a thin line between personal expression and public expectation proves to be a delicate dance. One of Jada Pinkett-Smith is learning as she continues to share pieces of her life with the world. And with that being said, folks, I also wanted to share how the daughter Miss Willow, and then after that, I'm going to close out this video. Posted a clip of her writing a letter in regards to Tupac Shakur. Excuse me once again, folks, due to my allergies. Okay, this is, believe it or not, from a year ago, from April 5th, 2022. And it's titled Will Smith's quote-unquote letter to Tupac asking him, Willow Smith's quote-unquote a letter to Tupac asking him to make Jada happy goes viral. And this is an example, just a prime example of how even Will Smith's very own kids don't even respect him as a father. Because this is disrespectful, even more disrespectful. It's already disrespectful enough how his wife keeps on mentioning in the media how deep her love was and always will be for Tupac Shakur, a woman who you would like to think is happily married after being married to her husband Will Smith for over 25 years, only for the daughter, Miss Willow Smith, to post a letter that went viral of her saying for Tupac to come back to make her mom happy. I'm telling you, some people just cannot be pleased regardless. But anyway, it starts out saying a letter reportedly written by Willow Smith asking rapper Tupac Shakur to come back to make her mom, Jada Pinkett-Smith, happy is going viral online. The letter resurfaced after the spotlight was shown on Will Smith and Jada's marriage after Will Smith slapped Chris Rock on stage at the Oscars on March 27th. The letter, which was supposedly written by Willow, states that she knows he is quote-unquote alive someplace and asks him to come back so mommy and me can be happy. So she just straight up said in so many words that she's not happy when Jada Pinkett-Smith being married to her dad. Apparently, she doesn't really care for her dad, Will Smith, hardly at all, which is even more heartbreaking. Anyway, Jada had a close relationship with the rapper until his death following a drive-by shooting at the age of 25 in 1996. Since then, there have been a number of unsubstantiated claims made that he is still alive and in hiding somewhere. Jada has spoken out many times on the grief she felt after Tupac's death, particularly in the episode of Red Table Talk broadcast in May 2018. The letter came to light after internet personality Kevin Samuels highlighted it. It was then shared on a TikTok video and has been viewed over 2.6 million times online. The letter has sparked debate online and many question its authenticity. The letter was supposedly added to Instagram in 2012, according to George Rivers at Color Lines. Willow, who was 11 at the time, reportedly added a picture of the letter to her Instagram in August 2012, saying she wrote it quote unquote years ago, but the post has since been deleted. And it reads, at least, I know you are alive, dear Tupac, I know you are alive someplace. I think that my mama really misses you. Can you please come back? Can you come back so mommy and me can be happy? I wish you were here. I really do love Willow. And there's a current picture of Willow on the night of the 2022 Oscar Awards. And for the letter read, dear Tupac, I know you are alive someplace. Anyway, I just read it, excuse me, folks, to you. The article, though, proceeds by saying, Jada said she was inseparable from Tupac from the day they met as teenagers, though she's always insisted they were just good friends and never dated. I do not believe that at all. The way she refuses to get over this man who's been dead for over 27 years, I do not believe that at all. During a 2018 episode of Red Table Talk, she called It's done, quote unquote, a huge loss in my life. During that same episode, Jada calls him an icon, while Willow says, in the minds of the generation that came next, he is a god. Will and Jada Pinkett-Smith's marriage has become a talking point after Smith's actions at the 2022 Academy Awards, when he slapped Chris Rock after the comedian made a joke about Jada's hair. The reaction caused gossip about their marriage to resurface, such as her quote-unquote entanglement with August Alsina, which came to light in 2020 during a 2021 conversation with GQ. Will said Jada has never believed in quote-unquote conventional marriage, and for them, marriage can't quote-unquote can't be a prison. So let me close this out. And after I close this out, I'm going to give the rest of my 2 cents on this subject. Once again, folks, this just goes to show you of how black women always have and always will have some of the most utmost respect for guys who mean them no good, guys who are undeserving for their attention. And this right here, this particular story just goes to show you even more proof of how, even if she may be a black woman that may have it all, they may have all the money in the world, all the fame, all the notoriety, and have a husband that's on the same level, she will always have some of the most deepest love for the thug, or for thugs, point blank. Anyway, I'm going to close out this video, but before I close out this video, make sure you first and foremost like it, you share it, you comment on it, last but not least, subscribe to my channel. And until next time, I hope you guys have a very blessed, safe, and prosperous day. Goodbye.